Alright, now welcome to BESSEY Custom Designs, where I am not holding my camera. And we're using the Chinese knockoff camcorder, which set me back about $265. But I'm learning how to tweak it, and please let me know what you think of the video quality. I'm just about to hit that 1K on YouTube, so I'll be monetized. I'm very excited. I am now only 24 away from that 1K, so you can imagine how I feel. We've been doing this since 2017. We are BESSEY Custom Designs. Got 700 videos on a variety of subjects, tool reviews, what to do, what not to do. Hopefully you're not learning what not to do from me. I jest. So we just have a lot of fun here in the wood shop. I'm a QA software guy in the daytime. At night and weekends, I try not to cut off my fingers. A little bit of humor there. Oh, for those of you who are familiar with the woodworking show, you know last year I went to Secaucus, New Jersey, and it was my very first woodworking show. I got to meet Mr. Snodgrass and Chuck Bender and all these amazing folks that are out there in woodworking world, who we've all been following for years. So very exciting. This year I'm going to go to Syracuse, New York, and I'm going to be out there Friday evening and then Saturday, and I'm going to be watching Mr. Bender in his 8:30 to 12 o'clock. So we're really looking forward to that. So if you're in the New York, middle of the New York area, I highly encourage you to come out. All right, let's get to my video, BESSEY Custom Designs. What we're looking at here again is a octagon shelf, and I've got two BESSEY clamps that are wrapped around. Look up that episode where we unpackage this and we wrap it around the unit here. Now, as you know, it's kind of tricky to glue up 5 pieces that have these angles, and so the goal for me when I'm joining a thing up as well is to not excuse me, use pens if at all possible. So what we're doing is I had it completely clamped. I can use my wonderful zoom here. I had it completely clamped tight, and I'm just spinning this counterclockwise to give me as much room as I possibly can. And the BESSEY clamps retract to the point where where it will loosen up enough so you can get your pieces oriented. My goal is not to get in your way, folks, so hopefully I won't do that. And it can, you know, I'm still figuring, you know, this system out, so on and so forth. And we're just going to go ahead and give it a try. All right? So my concern is, of course, that I get it clamped up fast enough without the glue soaking into the wood too much. Okay? So I've noticed as I unclamp this guy here is already moving over to the east side, and there you go. So my goal was to unfasten, loosen it up, and let this handle stay in the middle. So I'm thinking it's probably pretty important for me to get these guys back where they were, and that's what I'm going to do now. So I have a better experience when it comes to making that tight again. So there you go. We are up to about 700 videos now on our channel. We're very excited about that. And our videos are on a variety of subjects, and tool reviews, you name it. So, if anybody's out there is aware of an easier method, I'm finding this very challenging to try to keep everything from moving all over the place. For whatever reason, I moved with the top set. Everything went in its own direction there, so. All right, let's see what we can do here. All right, so what we're going to do is take this apart. And it's going to be very important to not lose the orientation, although all these pieces are the same, but not to lose the orientation of your pieces. And so there you go. I'm just over here looking for my glue, which apparently isn't where it's supposed to be. So here it is. It's over here. Okay, let's get on with it. I'd like to hear your stories of gluing up this type of thing. So kind of boring watching somebody glue something up, right? But my stories of glue up are basically you've got to have a backup plan, have plenty of clamps. It's funny when you think, just when you think you have enough clamps, you get a project, like we do shows, 1 or 2 a year, 3 maximum at this point. And you're making a multitude of things, and you have to glue all those guys up. And then you suddenly figure out, oh my goodness, I could use 4 times the amount of clamps that I have. So for several years, every time I went to Lowe's or Home Depot, or I was online, I would just zoom in a little bit more there, pick up a clamp, even if it was just 1 clamp. I would pick up a clamp, and I got quite a few now. Could I use more? The last time I did something in productivity, a lot of it, clamping, I actually had leftover clamps. I was impressed. And you need to have all kinds of clamps in your arsenal, like pipe clamps. I think I did you surprised me if I didn't do a review on the various types of clamps. And then as time goes on, you'll notice, as I noticed, that the clamps I bought in the 90s, I thought they were awesome then, and as time goes by, they improve on the clamps, making them stronger and easier to use. And as time goes on, they try to make things cheaper. So imagine that they've made them cheaper, not cheaper in the sense of I'm talking cheaper money. So they can get a product together and sell it. And so they managed to do that and keep the price at a reasonable rate there. Trying not to get glue on my shirt. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. This particular shirt I like. I wore it to the Secaucus, New Jersey woodworking show last year, and got quite a few laughs out of it. So all right, we've got our pieces ready to go there. I'm going to take my glue wand, stick it down there in the water. I'm going to stick my glue back where it's supposed to be, so I can retrieve it quickly next time. So let's have a look here. Maybe we'll get a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing here. Let's see what we got here. How's that? We'll do that much, okay? So now we'll put them back in their orientation. I've already touched more glue than I wanted to. So there you go. I find that gluing up can be nerve-wracking, at least for me. You know, one of my subscribers, I'm really not sure if they're one of my subscribers, said to me not too long ago in a video I did about clamping up, why did you put biscuits on your 4x4s to join them up? And the reasoning I had there was because my experience with gluing up two pieces of wood is they're slippery. They start moving all around. And so, that being said, I was gluing up three pieces of a 4x4. So you can only imagine how much that was going to slide around, my friends. So, there you go. I put the biscuits in, and that really, really helped me a lot. So there's all kinds of tips out there. You know, there's tips. I encourage you to listen to the videos. And so what I'm doing here down here is I'm orientating the clamps and making sure they have swivels on them so that they can adjust to that 30-degree angle. So what I'm going to start doing, where the glue gets too dry there, or setting up on me, I'm going to start pulling the bottom clamp together and the top clamp so that I could reposition the pieces, get them behaving themselves. So I can't tell you how pleased I am with getting these clamps. Oh, looks like one snapped into place there. I'll be very careful that they're not all moving on me. What I can't see, I can't know. So here we go. All right, before we get him too tight, the top one, we're going to want to start lifting him in place. Okay, so let's do that. All right, so, you know, I'm glad I'm not using Gorilla Glue, as that would make me nervous. Setting up really fast, you know. All right, so it's just feeling good about this, friends. Let's squeeze him a little bit more. Get these guys, they're being used for the first time in my wood shop here at BESSEY Custom Designs. Before I get too much pressure on them, of course I want to make sure that they're in a good place, centered and that type of thing. So like him, he wasn't exactly in the middle. I think you're close enough that you can see that. I like the new camera. It's really, really helping me to get you guys in nice and close. All right, the glue is starting to set up. So I have to be very careful that these guys are oriented where I intend them to be, right? So, all right, feeling somewhat confident, not entirely, where they are. And it's not the end of the world if they're not exactly perfect, but you know, I'd like to get them as close as I can. So I think what I'm going to do is start cleaning up some of the glue on the inside. You know, it's also going to help me to see more. So definitely check out the first video we did when we took the BESSEY clamps out of the packaging and presented them. So then I like to, when I'm gluing them, I like to have a little convincer. This is a little mallet I'm going to throw on the floor with beads in it, and it helps you to hit in a controlled fashion so that you can, seeing that they're not exactly, the bottom is what's giving me the little bit of trouble. So I want to make sure that we're good there. All right, let's clamp that. Put a little more pressure on that. Do the same here on the bottom. Try to pull them in equally. So there you go. You can see more glues squeeze out, which is good. And if you've not ever glued something up before, you need to get that glue off as soon as possible. You will regret it. That's what we're doing. If you're wondering, if you didn't watch the first video, this is poplar. Oh, I see what I've done here. The bottom clamp, one of the swivel moved on me. Well, I caught that. All right, I'll tighten it back up again. Glad I caught that. All right. We're looking good here, friends. We'll be able to zoom out shortly. Okay. For some more interested in getting the glue from inside, that's going to be very difficult to sand out, I imagine, as opposed to sanding from the outside. Not as concerned about that, although I want to get as much as I can off. So, all right, I'm just going to swivel it around a little bit and see what we got here. As I turn it, get whatever glue I can. I think we're looking good here, friends. And you're watching me use these for the very first time. And I had a subscriber say to me not too long ago, you should rehearse your videos. You should rehearse more. I can appreciate such a comment. But what I'd like to do is give a little reality to life. Seeing my first impressions when I'm using the tool sometimes, and you can see the what I feel, you know. And you know, we make mistakes and this and that and the other. Well, that's life. I get that. But I think there's a lot of value to seeing and learning with a person as they use something. So this feels pretty tight. The bottom one a little bit more. We're good. So apparently these BESSEYs will go only so far. So you can't tighten them indefinitely. They go only so far. And as I loosened them, it went out far enough, wide enough so that I could actually get to the pieces. So another thing I did is I got the swabs here. That's going to help me get in the corners. Okay. Doing a pretty good job getting all the water out. The glue. So these are got a purpose more than just for your ears. So on and so forth. So I think I'm feeling good here, friends. I'm going to inspect it one more time. We can bring it up this way. That way for you so you can get an idea. Zoom out a little bit. That would be out a little bit. Okay. Sorry about that. Y'all watching on the big TVs. Trust me when I tell you, these videos are a lot steadier than me and my phone. The reports I get of people needing Dramamine because I shake, rattle, and roll, and I can appreciate that. By the way, feel free to leave comments. Love to hear your comments, suggestions, so on and so forth. All right. So I think we're good. So this is my very first time. I've never really made octagon shells before. So this is my very first go. Let's see what you can see there. Whoop, wrong way. Sorry, guys. We'll go ahead and we'll lift that up. We'll zoom in more. See what we got here. Looking good. We're looking good. If you got enough pressure on them, you can you lift it up like that. Sorry. I really have to get used to my new camera. And hopefully at the end of the day, it's going to be a good thing. So thank you for learning with me. Lift that up a little bit more. There we go. All right. Isn't that nice? So I was trying to make sure all my corners were joined up. I was having a challenge with the bottom one. I just couldn't see it like I could see the top one. But I'm pretty happy. These are all flush. You know, at the end of the day, if it isn't, I can't see myself. At the end of the day, if it isn't perfect, you can always sand that a little bit. But I think I'm going to be just fine here. Thanks for coming into the shop of BESSEY Custom Designs. Yeah, we got like 700 videos at this point in our shop. Really appreciate that. Subscribe if you've not subscribed to my channel. Promise to be entertaining and educational at the same time. Just try to be real and have a good time in the wood shop. So I've got 2 more to go. I won't be videoing that. I wanted to show you my first attempt using the clamps. You might say, Steve, why didn't you do that on the 3rd one? But again, I like to learn in real time together. All right, thanks a lot. I'm going to do my thing where I say goodbye in several languages. Shalom uvracha lechaverim shali ba'Israel. Bye to my friends in Israel. That's Hebrew. In Masalami, in Arabic. Peace upon you. Tot ziens. See you later in Afrikaans. Correct me if I'm wrong. Afrikaans. Um, 再见 in Mandarin. Let's see. That's also goodbye. And I want to say dobre утро in that thank you or goodbye in Russian. It's been too long. All right, thanks guys. Take care. Hopefully you're having a nice weekend. It's Saturday here up in upstate New York. Pretty darn cold. Really looking forward to spring. So, all right, take care. Bye bye.